Hello guys and welcome to View and Review. I am your host, Albie, the king of multimedia, the one and the only, the greatest of all time. I am here to tell you what is good and what is bad out there. I am going to review some of the movies that I watched last week. I am going to tell you what's on my iPod, and I am going to tell you what's on my mind and what is good. First, I'm going to start off with the porn star of the week. Her name is Claire Danes. Claire Danes, you are amazing. You're one of the hottest girls ever. I'm in love with you, Claire Danes. I recommend her. She's really, really good. Awesome porn star. Very natural. She's the best. I love her, Claire Danes. Then I'm gonna talk about my movies, the movies I got, the movies I saw, and I am gonna tell you that this one was really, really, really fucking crap. Crap. It deserves 4 shit stains because it's really, really bad, and it's called Never Back Down. Never Back Down is a story of an MMA fighter that wants to be better than the other guy because they want to win the hugger. Basically, the black guy trains this guy to beat this guy up to win this blondie. Now, this blonde chick, oh yeah, she's really, really hot. So the blonde girl wants to go out with him, but that's her boyfriend, and it's a weird conflict of interest, and this guy wants to be better and wants to kick this guy's ass, and it's something that it's more appealing to like 13, 14-year-old kids. It is a PG-13 movie, so the blonde girl will not be coming out naked. Sorry guys, and I really give this shit like 4 shit stains. It's really, really bad. I do not recommend. I'm probably throwing this shit away. Another movie I saw was Knocked Up, and it was from the director of The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Knocked Up is really funny. I recommend it if you haven't watched it, and it's about him getting one of the blonde girls, a stranger. He basically gets a stranger pregnant, and he has to deal with it. And it's really funny because this guy has no life. He's a loser, but they end up, liking each other at the end. And it's funny. It's a bit long for what it is. It's a comedy, and it's 2 hours and 13 minutes. I think it's a bit too long for it. And the DVD is full of extras. It has a gag reel, super funny. I really laugh at the gag reels. It has a bunch of interviews and exclusive promos and stuff. I recommend Knocked Up. It's really funny. Give it like about 2 stars, 2.5 stars, maybe 3 stars. Then I'm gonna be talking about a movie I saw called The Box with Cameron Diaz and James Marsden. James Marsden is the guy that did Cyclops in the movies X-Men. He played a Cyclops. And what it is that Cameron Diaz and Cyclops are married, and they get a visit from this guy. His name is I don't know what his name is, but he's very creepy, and his face is missing. Like half of his face is like all fucked up, and he hands him a box and tells him, "Listen, guys, if you open this box, someone you guys don't know is gonna die, but the outcome of it, I will give you $1 million if you guys open it." Well, the couple thought about it over and over again, and then they finally decided, you know what? We need the money. We're going to do it. And they opened the box, and after they opened the box, someone died. But then, it comes back to them, and it goes crazy from there. And as the king of multimedia, I am going to recommend it because it's creepy. It's not a horror movie. I wouldn't put this in the horror section, but it is a creepy movie, and the director did a really great job. It's like a 60s vibe, I think. Yeah, like 60s or around the 60 era, and it's really, really dark and really I recommend it. It's very entertaining. I'll give it a 2.5 stars. Another movie I watched was with James Franco. It's called 27 Hours. And this one's based on a true story. It's directed by Danny Boyle, one great director. He's really good. He directed Slumdog Millionaire. He directed a bunch of movies too. Now this movie, what it is James Franco plays a role of a guy that went mountain climbing, and he gets stuck between 2 mountains, and his arm gets stuck between a rock and a mountain, and he has to go through a lot of stuff in 127 hours. He has a camcorder that he records some messages. it's pretty cool. Like, I wasn't too into it, and I'm not too thrilled about it, but I would recommend for you guys to watch it. I give it 2 stars. It's a pretty decent movie. One movie that had me cracking up. I saw this in the movie theaters, and I had no idea what I was getting into. I went with a large group of friends, and they told me it was gonna be funny. And it's called Napoleon Dynamite. Now, this one was really, really funny. I really recommend this one. And it's full of nerds and geeks and idiots. And it has a great soundtrack. It has a great vibe, a great feel to it. This is going to be a classic that people are going to be talking about it for years and years to come. I highly recommend this one. I give this one a 4-star because I really like it. It really made me laugh. And I'm not a comedy guy, but this one like had me in tears. Super funny. The first time I saw it, it was really funny. The second time was alright, but like all comedies, the first time is gonna be the best one, and it made me laugh a lot. It was it's gonna be a classic. I have a feeling it's gonna be a classic, and you can pick it up at Walmart at the $5 bin. I'm keeping that one. It's really good. One that I might be throwing away in the future is with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it's called Nowhere to Run. Now, this freaking movie, I saw it, I heard about it when I was a kid, and I remember the announcer saying Jean-Claude Van Damme as you've never seen him before. Well, he's right, because I've never seen him so crappy in my whole entire life. This Nowhere to Run is a piece of shit. I don't know who David Sheehan from NBC TV is, but he claims that it's the best Van Damme movie ever. Now, obviously, this guy hasn't seen Lionheart, Kickboxer, Bloodsport, Cyborg, Double Impact, Death Warrant. This Jean-Claude Van Damme made a lot of good movies before this junk. And for David Sheehan to lie about it and say this is Van Damme's best movie ever, I mean, it's a crime. This movie was boring. It was ridiculously, slow. And the action was awful. It was very slow-paced. I saw it years after just to make sure, and I'm telling you guys, stay away from this one. This is probably Columbia Pictures, released it, and this is probably the reason why Jean-Claude Van Damme isn't in the movie theaters anymore. I think after this movie, nothing else came out in the movie theaters from him, I believe. Like, maybe Double Team with Dennis Rodman, or I don't know, maybe the Knockdown, or I don't know, some dumb movie. But Nowhere to Run. To stay away from this junk. I'm throwing this shit away in the garbage. I give it 3 shit stains because it sucks. This one I give a lot of credit to, and it's called The Drive-In. I picked this one up at a mom and pop shop that was closing, and I probably got it for like $3, and it looked kind of interesting. Me being the horror fan that I am. It's a slasher film, and it's about Billy, and he's a retarded boy, and he's kept in the basement most of the time, but he sneaks out to watch the drive-in, and what they do is that they show a bunch of movies at the drive-in, and most of them are horror movies, and then he really enjoys these horror movies. So he follows those horror movies, and he escapes his house and goes to the drive-in, and it becomes a massacre. He kills everyone he sees. But it's really fun. It's called The Drive-In. It's very low budget, so it's super cheesy, and the goriness is not there, so it's pretty cheesy. The acting is really bad, but I give it a 2 stars because of the effort that they put in it, and it's a really fun. I mean, it's really cool. I enjoyed it. I like cheesy movies, and now this one is a movie of the week. Awesome movie. I give it a 4-star. And it's called The Horseman. Horseman is a badass movie about this guy. He gets a videotape at his job, mailed to him, and it's his daughter all drugged up and being gangbanged by 4 or 5 guys, and he gets this video and he doesn't believe it. Like, his daughter supposedly is a good girl, and he claims that the guys drugged her up, and it was crazy from there. And then he looks at the video distribution, the distributors, and he goes to them, and from there he finds out where the actors live, where the producer, the director of the movie, they killed his daughter, and You know, he goes all crazy. This is one of the best revenge movies I've ever seen in my life. It's called The Horseman, and it's very gruesome, very graphic, very violent, but I really got into it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm giving this 4 stars. Really, really good, really enjoyable. I'm going to be talking about what's playing on my iPod right now. And I have 3 main albums that are non-stop playing on my my iPod. The first one is called The Offspring Smash. It's a really good CD. Came out in 1994, and it's very awesome. It's about 46 minutes long, and it has songs like Bad Habit, Killboy Powerhead, Gotta Get Away From Me, Self Esteem, Come Out and Play. It'll Be a Long Time. It has a lot of really good lot of good songs, and it's playing non-stop. Awesome fucking CD. Another one is called Season in the Abyss from Slayer. It's a heavy metal, thrash heavy metal album. It came out in 1990. It's like 42 minutes long, and it's really, really, really good. I think Rick Rubin was the one that directed it, produced it, and it has a War Ensemble, Skeletons of Society, Season in the Abyss, Dead Skin Mask. Awesome CD. I highly recommend it. Another one that's playing on my iPod that's non-stop is NOFX, Pump Up the Volume. Came out in 2000 by Epitaph Records. It has Bottles to the Ground, Dinosaurs Will Die, My Vagina, very funny song. It has Thank God It's Monday. NOFX fucking kicks ass, really, really good. And this week on Versus, I'm gonna have the PlayStation 1 versus the Nintendo 64. Which one is better? I don't know. You guys decide. But I'm gonna say what I think about both systems and which one has the edge over which one. The PlayStation 1 is really, really good. It was the first console that was very successful with CDs, and the loading time was really, really bad. The controller was nice, and the system itself wasn't too big. It was a nice little white little box, and it had great games. It had Final Fantasy VII RPG, amazing freaking game. It had Twisted Metal, one of the funnest games I played. Resident Evil series, of course. Tomb Raider. It had the goofy games like Crash Bandicoot. It had a racing game named Gran Turismo. Really, really amazing game. And of course it had Metal Gear Solid. Now, PlayStation 1 was great, but it's going against the Nintendo powerhouse. Nintendo 64, which had GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. It had the Zelda games, Mario Kart, Mario 64, awesome fun games, Blast Corps, Pilot Wings, Turok when it first came out. Those games were amazing back then. And if I had to pick from both of them, I think I played more with the Nintendo 64. They were both great, but I would say the Nintendo 64 was funner. It had funner games, and the controller was amazing. And I'm more like, I don't know, PlayStation 1 was great, but Nintendo 64 took it at that time. And this is it. I'm done. Remember, Horseman, 4 stars. Great movie. Drive-In, they tried. It's really good. I enjoyed it. 2 stars. 127 hours. I wasn't too into it, but I can't deny it. It was a pretty good movie. The box was fun, entertaining. Very dark. Nowhere to Run. Crap. Stay away from that. Funny. Cool. Alright. Not too bad. And stay away from this one too. Never back down. Never watch that shit again. Until next time, I'll be the king of multimedia, the greatest of all time. I hope you enjoyed this episode of View and Review. Until next time, see you around.